Hi, everybody. I thought we were going to do a short, but I guess not. Welcome to your daily fix, NFA OFC, Monday, May 6th into Tuesday, May 7th. Now it is midnight, our midnight Mondays, as we usually do, where we'll go through the money flow cycle, our trades, and just things we're going to be chatting about. It's been quite a few days. I think we were here last Thursday, and IRL stuff just kicked us in the arse. And so we're just going to do it now, midnight, with my little primate friend, Pope, Poperino.
Alright. We made the
Hey,
camera
buddy.
soon. I am so tired that I totally forgot short everything. Um,
Hey.
it's been a long few days, but it's been exciting. We're going away here shortly on Wednesday, so probably won't have a show this Wednesday either, but we'll have a regular show at our regular time tomorrow. Uh, and that's the beautiful thing about this trading series that we're doing is none of this is mad rush. We've been talking about how these are weeks to months trades that we're in, and they're designed for that. So, you touch little grass, walk little grass, do whatever
Mhm.
it is you do with grass.
Live IRL and don't be obsessed with your phone and checking numbers.
Right. Uh, and literally just getting set up for the show tonight was the first time I've looked at charts for most of the day. Which has been interesting, and I'm excited to dive into it. You wanna tell us what it's all about?
Sweet. So we usually check out the market flow cap. We check out dominance. We check out Bitcoin and ETH as the money flow cycle. So we can see what's going on in the market so we know where the hell the money's going. So we can actually follow it and making some better decisions. Money flow cycle, baby.
It feels weird to be on camera again because I haven't been in this setup for so long,
I
and I'm so
know.
used to talking casually all the time with you guys, like, just hanging out, doing the thing, and I'm like, "Oh, yeah, I
Oh
forgot
yeah,
about
I'm on. I gotta pretend that I sit upright most of the time.
sporting my, Forever Apes,
Oh,
Kangol tee. I'll lose the thing if I turn too much, but
that's
there was
okay. That's cool. I
there's
love it.
There was a photo on Twitter today about it. Ashley Brazzi, the quality of the gear is amazing. Stoked. I love my hoodies. Yours looks great. Mine looks great. Let's get
I
into it.
think I gotta tell you, I think you dropped food on it the first little bit, and then when I wore it for a little bit, I also dropped food on mine.
Yeah, yeah,
You're
you
so
had to do that, didn't you? You had to say it. You had to say
I'm
it.
so well, that's what happens when you like snacks too much. Can't get it in my mouth fast enough. All right, do it, do it.
We are looking at the total market cap. Total market cap is all the money in the crypto market as a whole in every type of cryptocurrency. And the reason we follow this is follow the money flow, and you'll make better trading percentage returns, your ROIs. We've been talking about how this double bottom has been looking to play out. There's, I mean, if we take away all the drawings and we look at what the indicators are saying, pretend that didn't happen. If we look at all the drawings and or without the drawings and look at what the indicators are saying, we know I like the bellies of the micro bear for the compression to get the micro bull to go. Compression. We've had a lot of compression in here, which was support back here and support and resistance there. The next little bit would make sense to have a little bit of pull down. We've had a lot of up, a little bit of pull down. It's really looking like in the next mass flood of income coming into the total market cap would probably bring our bullish cross, our micro bull cross. Now, when we look at our stochastic, it's in a position of where it's saying money is going to probably leave. And it's right smack dab in the middle and the median. And this is where I like TA to help to figure out confluence of, what the fuck is going on, especially if I'm short term trading, which I'm not in these ones. So can't wait. So much news. But in the last 5 days, 326 billion roughly, I mean, quick and dirty, has been injected into the market. It makes sense that some left 128, 130, and it's even pulled back already. And it seems to be holding this area, this 2.2, which, if you've been following me, I've been saying some of these numbers for a long time. So we're looking like we're coming up to a micro bull for the total market cap for money entering crypto soon. Soon kind of looks like we may have a little bit of money pull out. And if we zoom in quickly, kind of looks like it as well on the 4-hour curling. If it holds here, we can still go. And it's saying on the 4-hour, money wants to come back in. Come on, Asia and Europe markets. Let's throw some money at crypto. Dominance. Dominance is going up. Total market cap is going up. Makes sense because if money is flowing into the crypto market, it's typically always first into Bitcoin. So dominance is all the money that is just Bitcoin in all of crypto. So right now, out of that 2.275 trillion, 55%, 0.01 of that is in Bitcoin. This goes up, this goes up. That's healthy because it means money is coming into the market. That's exactly what we want to do. I want to get in the $3.5–4 trillion market cap. Is it possible? I'd like to think so. How fast? Nobody has that crystal ball, and that's why we use our TA and our tools to help us. On the daily, we can see we have our micro bear wanting to go in, meaning we want upwards action, meaning money's either going to come in to Bitcoin. It's going to come into Bitcoin from two places: altcoins or cash that's new flooding into the market. If dominance is going up and market cap's going down, your alts are bleeding. Get out. Unless you're long-term holding, and who cares? So I've been saying for a while, I want to see dominance get back up to these levels. And then I want it to pull down again. Because it's still a Bitcoin run, it's not an altcoin run. So we need more money coming in to Bitcoin, and then we need the money to stay in the market and then get the fuck out of Bitcoin and into alts, and that's where we really see the pump in alts. This has been a frustrating listening to some of the trading groups and people I trade with. This bull run has been frustrating during this chop. And when you look back in the past of halvings and the chop, it's really it is difficult to trade those. And then you add a black swan. And we can see how fast and how much money is coming in and out. It's not staying long this time. And if you're not in long-term trade mentality, you really have to follow strategy and keep your emotions in check in these kind of markets. And that's where I find groups help, you know. Um, there's your micro bear. But since we were just talking how it's going to be a Bitcoin market right now, Bitcoin is pretty much going to mirror the total market cap, and most tokens are going to mirror Bitcoin. And we'll see that quickly in our trades. So we'll throw on what we were looking at with Bitcoin. We were thinking it actually might even come down and get our cross up here. It's looking like we might get the cross in the same day time frame or up, but up here at a higher value. It's been holding our stink bid before geopolitical events. It's been holding its trend line since we adjusted it on Thursday for this candle. All of that is showing strength to the upward part of this triangle that it's been forming, that we've drawn, you know, this bullish wedge. I don't know. Did that not just work? How many times where it can just bounce in here, you know, and it just needs to get out at any point, retest before it can go, probably have resistance there, pull back, break out, retest here before it can go again. And how fast or what this does, you know, is anybody's guess.
Because you're doing those doodles all the way to into June, right? But it's, it's proven to go faster or slower than things.
Oh yeah, and it's more for concept, right? To understand. Like I'm not drawing these doodles right now because it's the projected line I think it's gonna go. This is more just for the concept of the TA of the pattern that's playing out. Um this was where we were thinking for draw, but we can see like since we were talking doom and gloom, and I was like, the sky's not falling. There were some good entries. You know, it went up 15% in 4 days. That's huge for Bitcoin. This usually is like three-ish, four-ish, six in bulls. So in that, until it does its massive spikes, when it wants to run, it runs. But we know usually Bitcoin and ETH are typically slower in comparison than all the alts. So a little bit of downward action right now from all of that kind of makes sense. It's saying it's in that area. It's right in the median. So it's fighting this area. You might get that stinky wick. Oh, sorry. You know, you might get a wick down into that 62,870 and we also know typically when we get our micro bulls, there's always typically pullback afterwards. You know, there's still always chances and still big value when you look at it. I remember when people told me we were crazy here. Um, so holding our stink bid right now, which was in between these two daily lines, this is an extremity, obviously. Will it become another? Could it form a head and shoulders? This is something else I've been asked. And I think Supreme also wrote about it. And 100% could be a possibility, right? Shoulder, head, shoulder, and then back up. And if I draw it over here, it's just going to turn everything else into a mess. But this here is your shoulder. This would be your head. This could be a second shoulder. If it breaks out to the upside, the pattern possibility is obviously broken. But the possibility of it coming down to this level, 61,043 area to 60,815 to 61.2, in that area is a possibility for play, especially when stochastic is saying money's going to leave. Here's the fuckery of it all. Not every indicator is always right. So we're right in the middle here. So Bollinger isn't helping us. We're about to come up to a micro bullish. This is what we're looking for. We missed the golden entry of the red out, green in, and the belly. And we're in a sell. But then we also can see we're right in a line here for a retest and a breakout. So this is actually, when you look at it, it is tough. Down here, not tough. These are easy buys. If you really think it's going to fall all the way down there and you're not having a bullish sentiment this whole time, I don't know what more to help change that. I mean, we even labeled and we talked about it. You know, the only time I'm gonna stress is if we get in this box. And I've never moved this box. We wicked it and it went right down to the line, our daily trend line. And it came out. And this proved to give beautiful entries. And we did some of those on the hunt. We did some of these in our trades.
I was it's close though.
Oh, I'm not gonna say like
Every sphincter was
oh tight. Like,
Toit,
I
toit.
mean, we had that one episode. I said, you know, I think like a lot of traders right now, because I was talking to some of my trading friends, where, you know, it's very common to be underwater. Panicking is not the thing, accumulating is. You know, nobody can predict a black swan. It was great entries for the TA and anything that was happening at the time. And this is where strategy, experience, and patience has paid off.
And definitely knowing how much of a percentage to be putting in places so that kind of black swan won't wipe you out, honestly.
Mhm.
But, you know, go to our website. Join
Right.
us. You can learn all that stuff. All right, you. ETH.
So where we miscalled it is we were looking for the cup and handle formation here to come up. We did time out here, called it, and our Discord went to get out, and we pretty much been called this line. We've never really changed, except for the cup and handle, and we've aligned these a little bit. And it's just the same thing. Like it sounds like sometimes I feel like I'm a broken record, but we're always looking for the same pattern. We're looking for the belly of the micro bear, a red out and a green in on the bottom band, and to be down in here. And when all those are lining up, it's proven to be good entries. And then the inverse is true to get out. But we know we're in a micro bear and we haven't switched. And when you get that switch, typically you get a lot bigger run. But unfortunately, for Ethereum, it has been on this trend. But if we look at the trend and all this compression, this too could be a head and shoulders. You can see how they all start to look very similar. And that's, oops, sorry. That's one of the things that it also helps you determine, are you in a Bitcoin or are you in an alt market? Daily. That's why I don't look the same. I mean, they damn near mirror each other. Obviously, ignore dominance because this is what you need for it to come in. But they're so scarily similar. And when they are looking like this and approaching like this, that's when you realize, you know, what cycle you're in. if everything is mirroring the market cap, you're in a Bitcoin cycle. Is it just me? Like, am I crazy? Like, do these not look ridiculous?
No, of course they are. We talk about this kind of
Right.
stuff all the time.
Like the patterns to me, like I go off on this, like, ooh, hey, screensaver's on.
Like, look at those M's. There's like, I don't know. Can you take that off again? There's like these.
This is what
Yeah.
I love to play, right? And this is here
Yeah.
was the anomaly out of our consolidation box. And
Mhm.
we were here in March. We were here then. We were, and it's always the Chicken Little sky is falling. And I love it. And what's falling into your lap is opportunity at those times.
I felt a little chicken littly recently, but I didn't act on it.
Oh,
So that's good, I guess.
right. And then all we're doing is adding consolidation box lines of support and resistance where the bodies and looking for our patterns. And they play out pretty damn good. I mean, for the most part, we're never going to be perfect. And I always say we're never going to get the bottoms perfect or the tops perfect. But if we can take a big chunk in the middle, let's fucking go. So knowing that on the last little bit with the total market cap, that we've had all this pull down here, because this is obviously fresh candle now, right? But that's a big, big negative day. And when that happens, that's coming out of alts. But does that mean it's a bad thing? Dunno. So 1 inch right now is the one that's just painful out of all of our positions. It is holding this weekly at the moment. I did say before, I think we wanted to hold here to prove to then get in. It's contesting it down, and if we take away these drawings, it's looking like it still wants to come down before going up. So I will probably either be re-entering. I want to do some research. I've said this a few things, and this is a beautiful thing about slow trades. I can take this time uh, and make sure there's nothing majorly bad happening. But for the most part, it looks like it's still leveling out at support and resistance zone. We'll probably catch a stinky wick and be just even from current price to a localized highs, 81%. When it comes down fast, it typically goes up fast as well. I mean,
Yeah, this one's treated us well over time, so it's,
ah, I
it's gotta go through these, healthy, annoying retracements, as you call them.
and it's interesting to see how different ecosystems responded differently to this. This has been probably my favorite part of this. Um,
Like, all the conflicting opinions and things like that of what's going on?
know how with the market, the black swan, and just the recovery of the total market cap, now you
Mm.
can look at each alt, and some alts are way outperforming others, and some are have struggle. 1 inch definition of having a struggle at the mo. Down in 1 inch.
Hanging out
Um,
at that weekly box.
but this is like I said, when I know we have this bottom, that's
Mhm.
when we rebuy in with this, and then as soon as we turn around, we're in profits immediately. So, or we cut the loss if something is bad news bears, but I'd be shocked if there's any bad news bears.
No, thank you. I'll take is profits immediately.
Right. Well, we've had a few of those already where you could. Um, we talked about here in this 4 hour as an entry. We're now at our lowest entry, and how holding this area of consolidation that would have been a lower time frame. We can see the compression. We can see we're coming up to a micro bull. We obviously didn't get it here. This was probably in theory how we wanted to curl and hopefully stagger back up. Same thing, looking like it could be a head and shoulders or a double bottom, just to see how that'll play out. But not worried. Beautiful project, a little slower than some of the others. And when we know the market cap, we know expected it to come down. It was up. It was up for a bit, and we're making higher lows. That's the other thing that's important when we're looking at these. Algorand, there's a prime example of something that's already recovering and we're in profits. But you can see, look where that wick hit twice, and these are daily supports that we're in for I don't know how long. And it makes sense. We're probably going to do until we see our next big injection of money. And when the injection comes, we'll the bullish cross and we get shit like this. That was probably a fat finger though, but
You
still.
just need to just need to build that pressure, baby.
I would like to talk to some of the traders and see if anybody would love to come on and talk about like the fat fingers and all the dumb mistakes we've made.
Oh,
As
yeah.
always,
Some
as opposed
tragic,
to
some funny.
yeah, as opposed to always like, oh, it's I hit 1,000% today. Like, get fucked. Like lost porn in Wall Street Bets was great when it was early. I mean, look at it, same pattern, probably going to be head and shoulders or coming up to bullish cross. But I mean, we were saying, would this even be the bottom? And it wasn't. Uh, and that was way back in, a few weeks ago now, 3 weeks ago.
Bollinger Band dipped way down there.
Right. And now we got that belly, right? Compression. We're staying above the median. That's bullish.
Still
In a sell
leveling off though,
position.
it's never like that belly's never just taking that sharp turn that we're all hoping it will, or it's giving you these little tease bellies.
Right. But as soon as we get the daily bullish, um, or micro bull on the daily, then like that's where I really like swing trading. This is accumulation. This isn't swing. But then there's also places where you have to be careful with swinging that you don't swing out and then you have to buy higher in. And that's where you really have to trust the indicators and not get greedy as well and understand there's always trades. Right below our last entry, I think we gave this as an entry, a weekly support, and we're thinking the belly was going to come down here then. It's looking like it's still coming down in this direction, but not quite yet. Cello, we've already made these kind of percents already and more with Cello this year from January. This to me is no brainer. This is accumulation. I'm actually really looking forward to tomorrow's show to see how the markets respond.
I do like doing this show and then tomorrow's show, just a little closer.
Yeah, because they're a little tighter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember I've been saying, like, what the hell has been going on with DOT, and is it gonna hold here? It just has been lackluster. It's finally starting to, and clearly just having trouble on that support and resistance on the daily from when we drop that in. Coming up to bullish cross, when it breaks it, it'll probably pump up, and then it's gonna come back and retest this. So I mean, we're already in profit, so no reason to re-enter. Not looking for re-enter. Long-term hold and DOT. This is going to be a great, great play, great story of the bull run of 2024. There's always some weird shit that happens in every bull run, from scams to
To all the round trips I take.
go round tripping.
Round trip, and it sounds fun. Sounds like traveling, but it's not.
Right. Well, it's just traveling with your currency doing absolutely nothing for you.
Boo.
Tiniest profits, same thing. Look at this. They all repeat. Same thing. Phantom, been great play all year. Even just a localized when we got micro bull cross from where the price is right now to our target, 64. If you can't be happy with those kind of percentages, with smart plays,
We don't know how to please you.
oh, I mean,
I cannot this is over between us. I cannot please you.
yeah. This is beautiful. Following, like you can see now. This is what I love. Let's get rid of the drawings.
That's a belly. There's a belly.
There's your belly. There's upcoming to your cross. You know, you're coming down from your curve on the bull, coming into your cross. Same bad news bears. Good news bears. Good news bulls, I guess. Right? And you can see it. What happened here? Now, it doesn't mean it's going to last for days, weeks, months. That we never know. But now we know we're in that state of transition. Now, it also makes sense we're going to pull back. Tell you right now, there's people that took that profit, and that's why that wick is gone.
That is a
Got
higher
a bunch
percentage
up.
than I thought that would be.
You know, makes sense. It's going to pull back down a bit, and then we're going to be trying to contest our high localized resistance.
And you can even see kind of where the retracements might be
All right.
with
And then same
yeah.
thing, you know, you can see the wedge, you know, looking for the retest right now. This is your retest kill from up here. I was to move this because that's how we managed from there. I go down to bodies. There. 1, 2, 3, 4 touches. This is your retest before it runs. You know, and we got in here, here, but we bought in here and these ones for as much as we bought in all up here. This is what's saving our portfolio right now. And these are the things when I said there's different ecosystems that respond differently to these situations. And that's why diversification is key.
What's up, Jessica Wildchild?
Hey.
You
I'm
may have
so
missed
tired.
Pope telling you how tired he was
Yes,
earlier.
yes, Jess, we're looking forward to seeing you soon.
That was so funny.
Yeah, I just realized how terrible that sounded.
Hey,
Yeah, that's like that's a tired.
you
cry.
sad ape.
Filecoin, another one we've done really well with all year, and just lackluster, but following the same thing. In a sell position, if it comes back down into here, I probably will buy again. And like I said, we have probably a couple more entries on a couple of these tokens coming, and I would post when they're there. This would have been good. I wish I caught that, but we got lots of things coming. And you could put in limit buys, but I also like just kind of looking out at throughout the day.
And there's so many as well, you know, there's so many other things to look at too.
And we also said take profit in all of these areas because it was quite high at the time of our show, and that nobody will fault you and nobody goes broke for taking profit. I didn't, because the point of this whole series to show you is you can just buy things and hold and follow strategy for when things do come down or re-enter and still be in. And we're still great up in profit. So why worry? Use that capital to maybe have to reposition a few others. Chainlink, like what the hell, man? Let's go already. And we did hit this area in here, which was crazy. Should have marked it, but we're already in profits. Way undervalued. I always say just own Chainlink, just have bags of that. Talcoin, we didn't get in. I gave all the things on the show prior to. It's amazing when you look back. Why would you enter there? Geopolitical events after we got a good entry. I think the entries were given over here before it happened. This was actually when it happened, but we were playing the belly of the bear and a low stink bid, thinking a wick. And then this was our re-entry. I never did enter it, which is full disclosure almost every time I talk about it, and in our Discord, because it's not on Mexi, it's on Qcoin. I didn't realize I had that mistake. But if you followed strategy, took the entries that we gave you, you're up huge and you just got a massive bullish cross. So this is not a time to panic. All right. This is when you understand how these work. You're going to have downs. All right. We just got the bullish cross. Look what's happening with these lines. They haven't curled yet. And if they haven't curled and they're growing apart, well, same for when they go down. Haven't curled yet and they're growing apart. Look what happened to price action. Well, the inverse is true.
Not financial advice.
Right. Oh no, this is full on. No, I mean full on. Just use the indicators to your knowledge.
Jessica Wildchild's asking, historically, how long will it take for us to resume?
Resume.
I'm assuming maybe they can kick in and say what that means, but in terms of like resuming,
Like how fast to back up to the upside. It always comes down to the total market cap. And that's what I said earlier, like that's where we don't have the crystal ball. And if you're playing the faster trades, you're buying these bellies. You're trying to get in here and get out up when they've run. That's a tough game in a chop market. That's why I haven't been doing it. But as soon as we get that cross and we start to see the legs, oh yeah, then you start zooming in on small time frames and going, yeah, I'll get in here, I'll get out here, I'll get in here, I'll get out here, and these just start going. You can see it's all the same principles,
well, and
right?
also, like Pope said, that we don't always have a crystal ball of the times. And right now we're going with the flow of the market, which is these long-term trades. And then as Pope has said, as the market allows, we're going to kick in because, like he said, it's tricky trading.
Well, when we say like long term, like what are you doing? Well, this is weekly, right? I don't want to trade. I don't want to try to catch a whole bunch of longs in a downward sentiment. I want to find entries and accumulate like we have and then hold to go the other direction. And that's easy to do with longer trades. But getting in and out on these fast lower time frames when the whole market is in a downward trend, that's stressful. And that's why I like to know that we're moving on a daily on an upwards trend, because as soon as we reverse that, the swing trading becomes so much easier. And you can zoom in and still have your long-term holds, you know, because it's a lot easier to screw up on smaller time frames. And you will, I will. Like we do. That's part of the game.
A
You gotta
higher
admit.
chance of fat fingering there too, I bet.
Oh, so Tell is looking really good. Long answer to Tell. If you guys took it, awesome. Happy. This has been an interesting one. I mean, ripped from our entries. We said it had a few possibilities of where it could. I think we did that on the 4 hour. Yeah, where it looked like it could consolidate and turn on that micro bear. And we even gave this way down here. It's still ripped all that up. And then now is back down here. And will it hold in here? I mean, we're still in profit. And I said same like we did with Hedera H bar. Recommended if you want to take profits, no one's going to fault you. Right? I'll just take the middle of roughly the 3 there to the top was, 35%. Didn't take 3 days, it took longer because we got in over here, but still good money, you know. And we can start to see how volatile this is. And if it does start to do, and how much it looks like all the others, if it does start to make these longer patterns in these channels and you get used to it, there's some good gains in and out of these. But micro bear price coming down, looking like it wants to hold in here. China belly. I'd be watching this for possibly just to see how it's handling it. Because remember, our goal with this is to get back up to this, because it's a teacup, and then typically that's where it sends, and we should be in our next area of resistance into here. Just from current price, well, we can even go down from here. Go from current to there, 108, 146. Bullish wedge. Buy position on the weekly. And this is where you can get lost in the smaller time frames, right? Looks like doom and gloom right now. Speaking of doom and gloom, S and X and 1 inch are probably our two biggest losers at the moment, but we're starting to see that belly. We're starting to see this hold, and we should get back up to these levels. We are basically just above fund strategy, all the same money entered. So we need to really hold here. This one has been a disappointment on the shorter term and how some of the others have responded. But looks like it's mellowing out and still ready to go to our weekly target.
I appreciate when you do this, so it just gives us a little long-term perspective.
Of 175%.
Mm-hmm.
And these are long trades. When you get to trade and see we've done some fast trades already in the Discord earlier in the year, and they were epic. Supreme was in there. We've done some fast recovery trading as well to help the couple of falls we've had. But no, I think a little bit of pain to hopefully some, but we'll be watching.
There you go. Are you feeling invigorated? No longer tired?
Oh God, no, I'm exhausted. What I was gonna say is I even forgot. I don't even know if we did like the trade short. We didn't do the other shorts. Or and
If you want, Pope, just want to just go to bed. You want to just go to bed?
I'm going to, and I also was about to say we forgot to set up the prize wheel, and only a few of you guys that entered. I think there was 3. This gives you another day to go on to our pin post on our Twitter, like it, make sure you're following it, and retweet it. And you'll get entered into the Diesel fanny pack giveaway. I think it's about $700 US value. I mean, right now, I think it's a 1 in 3 or a 1 in 4 chance. And we'll do that tomorrow. We'll have that set up proper.
Sweet.
Any questions?
No, we're just hanging.
Cool.
We're just hanging.
Did you catch the Crypto Junkie show on Sunday?
I caught some of it.
For those that may or may not know, we also produce another show called the Crypto Junkies, and that is with Amir and Ryan. They are our moderators, a couple of our moderators in our Discord. They're in the UK. They are in that time frame and time zone. So Sunday at 11 Pacific time zone, which I think is 8 o'clock at night, UK, London. And this is what they had to say. And I think we'll end on that note if that works for you.
Yeah, fun to hear these guys talk. Sounds good. Thanks, everybody.
With GME, there's so many things that have happened previously with these coins. We've seen a GME launch like every single month, haven't we? Like, I remember the first time when I entered into a GME coin and that coin literally went flying. But Amir, here's one thing that a lot of people are starting to miss. like these tokens are launching with their launch date and year in the contract address. Like it's a new meta now, so that's something that a lot of people need to start looking out for, where there's metas where people can change the contract address to officially match the launch date of the company that they're pretending to be. And as we know, GME launched in 1984, so we've got OX 1984 right here. And what we did hit is, again, like I said, we hit 516%.